What happens when a beloved a cappella group evolves beyond its roots and takes on new musical territory?
Wonderful time.
For Pentatonix, this transformation is causing quite a stir. From their early days on The Sing-Off to dominating the charts with original music, the group has consistently pushed boundaries, both musically and creatively. But as they continue to evolve, they're attracting both praise and scrutiny, leaving fans and critics alike eager to see what direction they'll take next. Let's dive into the journey of Pentatonix and how their latest moves are shaking things up in the music world. Many longtime fans of Pentatonix are familiar with the story of the trio's founding members, Kirsten Maldonado, Scott Hoying, and Mitch Grassi, who first crossed paths in high school. Their bond was rooted in a shared passion for choir, which would later play a pivotal role in their musical journey. Mitch Grassi opened up about this formative connection in an interview with Go Pride, revealing that their mutual love for choir laid the groundwork for what would become Pentatonix. Each member found their way to music early on, but it wasn't until later that a cappella would become the defining element of their sound. Scott Hoying, in a conversation with Entertainment.ie, reflected on the deep connection the trio shared, describing how they essentially grew up together. Hoying's passion for a cappella music was sparked when he entered college and joined an a cappella group. It was then that he discovered the unique, harmony-driven genre and realized its potential. This revelation proved to be a turning point, as he introduced Maldonado and Grassi to the concept, expanding their musical horizons. Although each member had a strong foundation in musical theater, classical music, and choir, the introduction of a cappella was a new and exciting challenge. Grassi explained to Entertainment.ie that their love for music was long-standing, but a cappella itself was unfamiliar territory for all three. It wasn't until Scott's college experience that they truly embraced the style, a shift that would ultimately shape their future as one of the most popular a cappella groups in the world. This evolution from classical and theatrical music to a cappella set the stage for Pentatonix's groundbreaking career. It's no surprise that the members of Pentatonix come from diverse musical backgrounds, each of them embracing music from an early age. Mitch Grassi, one of the founding members, opened up in an interview with Entertainment.ie about how deeply embedded music was in their lives even as children. Grassi explained that each of the group's members had their own unique yet parallel paths to music. He shared that Scott Hoying's passion for music began at a very young age, with both Mitch and Scott diving into musical theater around the ages of 9 or 10. Meanwhile, Kevin Olusola, known for his mastery of beatboxing, had been immersed in classical music from his early years, honing his skills long before joining the group. Avi Kaplan, the group's former bass, had been involved in choirs since he was 14, developing a strong vocal foundation that would later contribute to the group's harmonies. Avi Kaplan also reflected on the importance of musical passion when it comes to forming a successful music group. In a conversation with Entertainment Weekly, he emphasized that when starting a group, it's crucial to find people who share the same deep love for music. Kaplan noted that forming a group with individuals who are in sync with each other is essential, as it fosters a cohesive bond that translates into their music. This connection between the members, each passionate about music and performance, became the cornerstone of Pentatonix's success. Their shared commitment to music, paired with their individual backgrounds in musical theater, classical music, and choir, helped them create a sound that resonated deeply with audiences worldwide, making them one of the most innovative and beloved a cappella groups. It may seem natural to think that the members of Pentatonix share similar tastes in music, considering how close-knit they are, but this assumption is far from the truth. In fact, their diverse musical interests are a key part of what makes the group so dynamic. Scott Hoying explained in an interview with Entertainment.ie that while their love for music is what unites them, Each member brings a unique influence to the table. For example, Mitch Grassi is drawn to harmonies and complex vocal arrangements, making him a fan of intricate vocal layering. Scott, on the other hand, is a self-proclaimed R&B enthusiast, bringing a soulful edge to the group's music. Avi Kaplan's passion lies in choral music, which shapes his approach to vocal harmony, while Kevin Olusola is deeply rooted in classical music and is fascinated by counterpoint and technical structures. As for Kirsten Maldonado, she has a deep appreciation for singer-songwriters whose emotive and lyrical styles influence her own performances. This mix of musical influences has allowed Pentatonix to create a sound that is rich and multifaceted, drawing from genres as diverse as R&B, classical, choral music, and singer-songwriter traditions. Hoying believes that these varied influences strengthen the group, as each member's distinct tastes add depth and complexity to their collective sound. When it came time to release their first original album, Mitch Grassi revealed to Popdust that their music drew inspiration from a wide array of sources, particularly the iconic sounds of the 1990s. He specifically mentioned artists like Lauryn Hill, whose influence is felt through the group's soulful, harmonically complex approach, and Tori Kelly, who similarly blends powerful vocals with a contemporary feel. This eclectic blend of inspirations helped Pentatonix create a debut album that was not only unique, but also deeply personal, blending their diverse musical backgrounds into something fresh and captivating for their fans. In 2011, Scott Hoying, Mitch Grassi, and Kirsten Maldonado made the bold decision to take their musical talents to the next level. At the time, Hoying and Maldonado were in college, and Scott proposed an exciting idea to his friends: try out for the sing-off. The three of them were eager to pursue this new challenge, but there was an immediate problem. They needed to have at least 5 members in their group to be eligible for the competition. As Hoying recalled in an interview with Entertainment.ie, the trio quickly found a solution. They decided to add a bass and a beatboxer to their ensemble, rounding out their lineup. The final pieces of Pentatonix's formation came together just in time. As The Hollywood Reporter notes, the group wasn't complete until the day before their audition. In fact, things were so rushed that Kevin Olusola, who would later become their beatboxer, was originally planning to pursue a career in medicine with aspirations to attend medical school. However, the opportunity to join the group was too good to pass up. According to Olusola, the experience of meeting and connecting with the rest of the group was electric. He described the instant chemistry they had as a band, recalling that their musical synergy felt almost effortless and was something he had never experienced before. This newly formed quintet, despite the last-minute scramble, went on to win Season 3 of the Sing-Off. Their victory was a pivotal moment that propelled Pentatonix into the spotlight, leading them to achieve a level of success that would far exceed their wildest expectations. Winning the show wasn't just a career milestone, it was the beginning of a surreal journey that would solidify Pentatonix as one of the most successful a cappella groups in the world. The origins of Pentatonix's name have intrigued fans and music lovers alike. As Billboard noted in 2012, the group initially started as a trio, but it quickly became clear that adding a few more members could enhance their sound. This turned out to be a crucial decision, as it not only solidified their lineup but also provided inspiration for their name. In a video shared on the band's YouTube channel, Kevin Olusola explained the thought process behind the name Pentatonix. According to Olusola, the name stems from the pentatonic scale, a musical scale widely used across various genres. The pentatonic scale is made up of 5 notes, which resonated with the group because, at the time, there were 5 members. This clever connection to the number of people in the group made the name both meaningful and relevant to their musical identity. Olusola elaborated, saying that the term pentatonic describes a scale that's utilized in many types of music, which also reflects the group's diverse influences and versatility. However, the name was given a creative twist. As Scott Hoying added in the video, they decided to add an X to the end of Pentatonix to make it stand out and look cooler. This small but impactful change gave the name a modern, edgy feel that matched the group's innovative approach to a cappella music. The combination of a meaningful reference to music theory with a touch of personal flair turned out to be the perfect fit for a group that would go on to redefine the a cappella genre and achieve global success. After their victory on the sing-off, Pentatonix faced an unexpected setback when they were dropped by their record label. This sudden decision left the group in a challenging position, but in hindsight, Kirsten Maldonado understood why it happened. Speaking with TribLive.com, she reflected on the situation, acknowledging that the label's confusion was understandable, given the unique nature of their music. As an a cappella group, which wasn't widely mainstream at the time, they didn't easily fit into conventional music industry molds. "They didn't know what to do with us," Maldonado said, highlighting the struggle labels often face with unconventional musical acts. Rather than becoming discouraged by the setback, Pentatonix decided to take control of their own fate. They turned to the power of social media, particularly YouTube, to build a platform and continue sharing their music. Scott Hoying, in an interview with Entertainment.ie, explained that launching a YouTube channel was the key decision that changed everything for them. Initially, the group feared that the novelty of their sing-off victory would wear off quickly, leading fans to lose interest. With their label's decision to drop them, the group realized they had to act fast. "We thought people are gonna forget about us really fast," Hoying recalled. This realization led them to the conclusion that starting a YouTube channel was their best option. This move turned out to be a game changer. Pentatonix's YouTube presence allowed them to reach a global audience, sharing their a cappella renditions of popular songs and garnering millions of views. What began as a necessary move to survive in the industry quickly transformed into a powerful platform that amplified their voices, ultimately propelling the group to even greater success. Their YouTube channel became the foundation upon which they built their career, showcasing their talent and connecting with fans in ways that traditional methods never could. Having been together for a decade, it's no surprise that the members of Pentatonix feel like a family. However, as with any close-knit group, there are moments when tensions arise. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Scott Hoying shared that, despite their strong bond, the group doesn't always see eye to eye. Mitch Grassi humorously added that they get snappy with one another from time to time, acknowledging that being together for so long can naturally lead to occasional friction. Hoying quickly clarified, though, that despite these moments, the group truly gets along well and is able to work together effectively. The closeness they share allows them to overcome the occasional tension and continue to thrive as a unit. Hoying also spoke to Entertainment.ie about how the intense demands of life on the road can challenge their bond. Touring is undeniably exhausting, as the members are not only performing every night, but also traveling constantly. The physical and mental toll of such a schedule can test even the strongest relationships. Hoying explained that, in addition to performing, the group is often required to write and arrange music on the go. This added responsibility, which must be balanced with the exhausting nature of tour life, can lead to moments of frustration and irritability. When they are pushing themselves to create new arrangements before or after shows while on little sleep, tensions can build. Despite the challenges, Hoying emphasized that they always manage to pull through because of the strong foundation they've built over the years. The ability to work together and communicate openly ensures that they can continue to deliver their best performances, even during the most demanding times. When it comes to writing and arranging their own music, the members of Pentatonix are deeply committed to collaborating as a team. Scott Hoying shared with Cincinnati Magazine that their creative process begins with one member coming up with an idea for a song or arrangement. This could be either an original composition or a cover of a popular track. Once the concept is in place, the group then discusses how each member can contribute, leveraging their unique vocal styles and strengths to make the song come to life. Since each member of Pentatonix has a distinct style, with Hoying, Mitch Grassi, and Kirsten Maldonado each bringing their own voice to the table, the group is able to experiment with different approaches to ensure the final arrangement shines. The diversity of their voices, ranging from Scott's R&B inflected tenor to Kirsten's versatile soprano and Mitch's soaring falsetto, adds depth and complexity to their arrangements, allowing for rich, harmonically layered music. Hoying also explained that the arrangement process is highly collaborative and often involves a lot of improvisation. While they may start with a rough idea, the group works together to shape the song, often making adjustments on the spot. This spontaneous approach to creativity is part of what makes their music so dynamic and fresh. By the time the arrangement is finalized, it's ready to be performed live. Hoying emphasized that the process is not only productive, but also incredibly enjoyable. He described it as a fun, organic process where they can create music on the fly with people they love. This collaborative and improvisational spirit is a key part of Pentatonix's success, as it fosters an atmosphere of camaraderie and mutual respect, ultimately resulting in music that feels authentic and vibrant. The journey to Pentatonix's success wasn't an easy one, and for Scott Hoying and Kirsten Maldonado, it involved making some major life decisions. At the time, they decided to audition for the sing-off. Both were in their freshman years of college. For most people, being in college would mean focusing on their education and building a future through traditional career paths. But for Hoying and Maldonado, the opportunity to be part of something greater was too compelling to pass up. Kirsten Maldonado, in particular, had her sights set on a career in stage performance, and she had originally planned to move to New York to pursue that dream. However, once she was presented with the chance to be on the sing-off with her close friends, she made a dramatic change in direction. She told Tulsa World that joining the group felt like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. "We thought it would be a cool opportunity and take us to the next level where we all wanted to go individually," Maldonado explained. The chance to take part in such an impactful competition alongside Hoying and Mitch Grassi was something they couldn't let go of. Ultimately, they had to make a difficult decision: stay in school and follow a more conventional path, or move to Los Angeles and pursue their dream of making it as a professional music group. For both Hoying and Maldonado, the decision was a pivotal one that would alter the course of their lives. They chose to leave their college lives behind and move to Los Angeles, where they could focus on Pentatonix full-time. This leap of faith ultimately paid off, as their success on the sing-off launched them into a career that would see them become one of the most beloved and successful a cappella groups in the world. Their decision to follow their passion together, despite the uncertainty, was a crucial turning point that set the stage for their remarkable journey. Pentatonix has always been very clear about their goals for their career, right from the start. In an interview with Digital Spy, the group explained their vision for their music from the outset. They had 3 key objectives when approaching their first record: to create work their fans would love, to ensure the music felt authentic and true to who they are, and to make sure their music could be played on mainstream radio. While the first 2 goals, creating music that resonated with fans and captured the essence of the group, were relatively straightforward for Pentatonix, the third goal was more challenging. Being an a cappella group in a genre dominated by instrumental arrangements and heavily produced music, breaking into mainstream radio was a tall order. However, Pentatonix defied the odds and made mainstream success a reality. Their first album of all original material, Pentatonix, released in 2015, was a game changer. it soared to #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, marking a major milestone for the group. As Entertainment Weekly noted, this achievement was particularly significant because it had never before been accomplished by an a cappella group. The album's success proved that the demand for their unique sound, blending intricate harmonies, dynamic vocal arrangements, and innovative performances, was not only appreciated, but also embraced by a wide audience. Pentatonix's ability to blend their passion for a cappella music with mainstream appeal set them apart from other musical acts, showing that their genre could be just as commercially successful as any other. This milestone further solidified their place in the music industry and demonstrated that their vision and goals were not only achievable, but also groundbreaking for the genre. Pentatonix's journey from performing a cappella covers on the Sing-Off and YouTube to creating their own original music was a natural evolution in their career. Though their covers of popular songs garnered massive attention and built their fan base, the group was always clear about their ambition to produce original material. Mitch Grassi underscored this goal in an interview with Entertainment.ie from 7 years ago, where he expressed that the group's next project would focus primarily on original music. "This next album that we're going to do is primarily original, so we're starting to work with writers and write on our own to kind of create our own sound," Grassi explained. That album, their self-titled release in 2015, marked a significant turning point in Pentatonix's career. Their decision to make the leap into original music paid off in a major way. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, a monumental achievement for an a cappella group, as reported by Billboard. This success not only demonstrated their ability to captivate a broader audience, but also solidified their position in the music industry beyond the world of covers. Scott Hoying explained that the shift toward creating original music felt like a natural progression. In an interview with the Sun Chronicle, he mentioned that it was simply the right time. The group had already experienced success with their covers, but they felt it was time to explore their creative potential and take on the challenge of crafting their own sound. Hoying emphasized that it wasn't a forced decision. It was an organic move. The success of their covers had given them the confidence to venture into original material, and they felt ready to embrace this next chapter of their career. Their ability to make the transition from covers to original music was a testament to their versatility and ambition, marking a new phase in their artistic journey. The members of Pentatonix have always been deeply committed to learning and growing, constantly challenging themselves to evolve as musicians and push the boundaries of what they can create with just their voices. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Kevin Olasola emphasized how the group continually pushes themselves to explore new sounds and arrangements. He explained that one of the core questions Pentatonix asks themselves regularly is, how much more can we do when our only instruments are 5 voices? This challenge is part of what keeps them motivated to innovate. Olasola, who serves as the group's beatboxer, explained that he continuously seeks inspiration from new music to refine his craft. "I just pray that there's not a limit," he shared, expressing his drive to keep discovering new ways to make their music sound fresh and unique. His passion for beatboxing, combined with a constant hunger to learn, fuels his creativity and helps Pentatonix maintain their innovative edge. Beyond individual efforts, the group also draws inspiration from the broader a cappella community. Scott Hoying shared that he is particularly obsessed with college a cappella groups, citing the impressive level of talent emerging from these collegiate ensembles. He revealed that he keeps up with the latest trends in college a cappella, both out of personal interest and to stay on top of what's happening within the genre. This attention to the ever-evolving world of a cappella helps Pentatonix stay sharp and adaptable, ensuring that their sound continues to grow and improve. Hoying noted, "There are some amazing groups out there," highlighting how the rising talent in the a cappella world serves as both a source of inspiration and motivation for Pentatonix to continue refining their own musical style. Pentatonix had a lot to celebrate when the 2015 Grammy Awards rolled around, marking a monumental moment in their career. The group won their first ever Grammy for Best Arrangement, Instrumental or A Cappella, a significant achievement that solidified their place in the music industry. The win was a thrilling experience for the group, and their excitement was palpable. In fact, they shared their joy with fans by updating their website with a statement that read, "More than 48 hours later, we are still feeling the Grammy buzz. This past weekend was one of the greatest of our entire lives and such a major moment for Pentatonix." While the statement has since been deleted, it was clear that the win was a milestone they would cherish forever. The success from the Grammy win didn't stop there. Pentatonix quickly capitalized on the momentum, hitting the road for a nationwide tour across the United States. As noted by Riff magazine, nearly all of their tour dates were sold out, a testament to the widespread recognition and admiration they had garnered. Fans flocked to see the group perform live, with many eager to witness their impressive vocal arrangements and dynamic stage presence firsthand. Ahead of the Grammy Awards, Scott Hoying had expressed his hopes for the win, acknowledging that the group had a strong shot at taking home the trophy. In an interview, Hoying explained that the uniqueness of Pentatonix's sound, which blended the traditional a cappella style with fresh organic arrangements, made them stand out. "People want to see something new, refreshing, organic," he said, adding that the group's humble and fun approach to music was something that resonated with audiences. This win was a reflection of not only their talent, but also their ability to connect with fans and offer something distinct in the world of music. In 2015, Pentatonix fans were both surprised and thrilled when the group was announced as part of the cast for Pitch Perfect 2. Their involvement in the movie generated significant excitement, with fans curious about how the five members would fit into the world of the beloved film series. As Entertainment Weekly reported, it wasn't immediately clear how the group had been invited to join the cast or what role they would play. However, it quickly became clear that the group's participation in the film was largely thanks to music arranger Deke Sharon, who had worked closely with Pentatonix on the sing-off and had previously contributed to the first Pitch Perfect film. Sharon pitched the idea of including Pentatonix in the sequel to the movie's producers, setting the stage for their iconic appearance. Kevin Olasola revealed that their fans played a crucial role in making the collaboration happen. "When we were talking to the producers about being in it, they said they kept incessantly getting tweets from fans saying we should be in the movie," Olasola explained. This outpouring of fan support gave the group an added sense of validation and encouragement, knowing that their dedicated fan base was eager to see them on the big screen. Once the deal was made, Pentatonix had just 24 hours to arrange and record the song they would perform in the movie, Journey's Any Way You Want It. While this song was a departure from the a cappella style typically associated with the group, Mitch Grassi reflected on how it felt to perform in this context, saying, "It was very reminiscent of the sing-off, but it was kind of fun to go back to where we started and do it up a bit cheesier than usual." The song's energetic, over-the-top style allowed the group to showcase their versatility and brought a unique flavor to the movie, further establishing Pentatonix as a force in both the music and entertainment worlds. In 2017, Pentatonix fans were shocked and deeply saddened by the news that Avi Kaplan, one of the founding members who had joined the group in 2011 during the sing-off, was leaving the group. Kaplan made the difficult announcement in an emotional video posted on Facebook, where he explained that the decision to leave wasn't made lightly or quickly. After much reflection, Kaplan shared that his growing desire to reconnect with his family and friends, which the demands of touring and performing made increasingly difficult, led him to this decision. He expressed that it was important for him to prioritize his personal life and well-being, even though leaving the group was incredibly hard. Kaplan reassured fans that his departure was made with the best interests of the group at heart. He stated, "I could never inhibit their success in any way. I would never, ever want that. His heartfelt message conveyed the immense love and respect he had for the group, acknowledging their success and expressing his hope that they would continue to thrive. While fans were understandably disappointed by his departure, they respected his decision, understanding that sometimes personal growth and well-being must take precedence. Just as fans were processing the loss, Pentatonix surprised them with the announcement of a new member, Matt Sally, who would be replacing Kaplan. Sally, who joined the group in October 2017, took to Instagram to express his excitement and gratitude for the opportunity to be part of the legendary group. He wrote, "They have been nothing but the most humble and sweet human beings in the world, and I'm so blessed and humbled to work with a group of people I have looked up to for such a long time." His positive and humble attitude was well received by fans, and he quickly became a beloved member of the Pentatonix family. As a young and savvy group, the members of Pentatonix have demonstrated remarkable skill in leveraging social media to build their brand and connect with fans. In a 2019 interview with Billboard, Scott Hoying emphasized the power of social media, calling it the group's biggest power move. Social media platforms allowed them to directly engage with their fans in ways that traditional marketing strategies couldn't, forging stronger bonds and even friendships with their supporters. This direct interaction became essential in creating a loyal fan base that felt personally connected to the group. Pentatonix's journey began on YouTube, initially as The Trio, with Scott, Mitch Grassi, and Kirsten Maldonado. However, simply creating a YouTube channel wasn't enough to achieve professional success. As noted by Sonic Bids, the group understood that building a professional presence on social media involved much more effort and strategy. They utilized the description boxes of their videos to their full advantage, ensuring that each post included important links, such as their website, platforms where fans could buy their music, and their social media pages. This gave their followers easy access to additional content and made them feel more involved in the group's journey. By consistently creating content that was both entertaining and accessible, Pentatonix was able to establish a strong, interactive relationship with their audience. Fans not only felt connected to the group through social media, but were also motivated to keep returning for new videos, songs, and updates. The combination of personal engagement, strategic use of social platforms, and the group's unique musical talents helped Pentatonix rise to international fame, turning their YouTube channel into a thriving hub for their growing fan base. Pentatonix's holiday albums have always been a fan favorite, and their 2021 release was no exception. This fifth studio album, though not entirely made up of traditional holiday songs, captured the spirit of joy and celebration. One of the standout tracks was a beautiful cover of Stevie Wonder's iconic song, "I Just Called to Say I Love You," which resonated with fans for its warm, uplifting vibes. However, it wasn't just the song choices that made this album special, but also the process behind it. In a conversation with E! News, Scott Hoying explained how the COVID-19 pandemic influenced the album's sound. The group wanted this record to feel folksy and almost singer-songwritery, a departure from some of their earlier, more polished sounds. This shift was partly a result of the isolation they experienced during the pandemic and the longing to get back to their creative roots. After lockdown restrictions were lifted, Pentatonix embraced the opportunity to collaborate in person again. Hoying shared how the band rented out a studio for a month, eager to work together and create something meaningful. During their time in the studio, they allowed themselves to be inspired by the moment, improvising and arranging music on the spot. The freedom of this organic process was something the group had missed during the pandemic, and it fueled their creativity. Hoying reflected on how amazing it felt to make music together again, saying, "We all went in every single day and just improvised, arranged stuff, made stuff up on the spot. The resulting album captured a fresh, joyful energy that reflected the group's excitement and gratitude for being able to create together once more. The combination of improvisation and a more intimate, folksy style created a sound that felt both nostalgic and new, delighting fans with its charm and authenticity. What do you think about Pentatonix's amazing changes? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.